Volcanoes are one of the main natural manifestations on planet Earth. They've molded the world with each of its eruptions and have taken part in every important moment of the geology of the planet. Every time we study them, we're surprised by all the riches they offer to us, but there are times when we're terrified by the things we can find. That's why today, we'll show you the 5 creepiest things caught inside a volcano. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Camera survives the lava. The tourist company Kauai Eco Guides, in charge of planning trips to the volcanic areas of Kauai in Hawaii, lost a GoPro camera on one of their trips. To everyone's surprise and against all odds, the device managed to survive the contact with lava in one of the most active volcanic places. The images that were captured are very spectacular, but chilling at the same time. While Eric Storr ran a touristic guided visit to the area and explained the story of the Polynesian goddess Pele, the camera fell to the ground. When she finally noticed she didn't have it with her anymore, it was too late. The molten rock that usually reaches 1,000 degrees centigrade had devoured it completely. The Kauai volcano is one of the most powerful natural monsters in the world. The tourism around it has led numerous excursions by boat to watch the blood of the mountain from centimeters away. Sure, they always do it with a safe distance. These tours are extremely dangerous, even deadly. Especially when it comes to acid steams and hot lava streams, you could suffer a heat stroke. The woman took surprise when she could finally rescue the device, believing it would be in totally bad conditions. Yes, as you're imagining, both the lens and the operative system of the camera had survived the contact with the lava. At home, she cleaned it up, and as strange as it may seem, it was still working. She rescued the videos, being its last recording the most impressive one. As you can see in the images, the lava is approaching at a slow pace. Its intense orange lets you see how its temperature could burn your skin with a single touch. The process is slow, but sure to happen, and because of how close the lava is, we can feel as if we're there. A camera is placed on the ground waiting for its imminent end. No living being could have survived such a thing, no matter how strong its shell is. When the lava is centimeters away from touching the camera, your hearts speed up, but you know the end. The camera won't ever be the same. It'll no longer be operative. The molten rock touches the object and it catches fire. For sure, this story is more powerful than any marketing campaign. These cameras can endure about everything without a doubt. Would you dare to visit this place? Would you be able to take on this challenge even if it could cost you your life? Number 4. Man gets to know the inside of a volcano. Volcanoes are geological structures from which molten rocks and gases emerge straight out of the core of the planet. The rise of this material usually takes place in violent eruptions, whose shooting heights can vary from a few meters or up to several kilometers. The viscosity of the lava depends a lot on the chemical compositions of its rocks. For example, Hawaiian volcanoes are usually made of iron and magnesium, making a fluid magma that can travel several kilometers, while the more viscous tend to contain higher degrees of silica and water steam. These are the most dangerous because they form a plug in the chimney, making the strong explosions easier and at the same time increasing the diameter of the crater. However, the lava won't always come out through the central chimney. This means through the upper crater, the larger one. On the contrary, it shouldn't surprise you that this liquid finds its way through small openings on the sides of the volcano. Even toxic gases usually come out through these edges. Based on this information, we'll move on to Vanuatu, an archipelago nation of volcanic origin. It's about 1,750 kilometers from Australia and 500 kilometers north of New Caledonia. A man from San Francisco, a fan of adventure and extreme sports, traveled to the Pacific to know the interior of one of the active volcanoes of this region. Although it's an extremely dangerous activity which can also be illegal, this man didn't limit himself to take the trip, but he also recorded it. He met the indigenous tribes of the region and traveled by helicopter through the country. This was the fastest and easiest way to get to the desired volcano. No doubt that from the sky, the view was wonderful, but when they were near the destination, the weather became more violent and dark. The crater of the volcano had a very wide diameter. However, the real challenge was to go down so many kilometers to be as close to the magma as possible. The road was dangerous and didn't seem like a place to trust. This man didn't care about it and began to go down anyway. Each step had to be firm. A wrong step and he could end up burned. Using safety equipment that went from a helmet to goggles to a special climbing rope, the man felt like a winner. He wasn't alone either because he had his best friend. Watching this man on the side of the crater while the lava makes his powerful movements is amazing. It's a river of fire capable of devastating everything in its path, but not today. This man is an adventurer who has gone further than many men have been able to reach. Number 3. Shark in submarine volcano. Maybe you haven't heard about it, but there are volcanoes underwater. There are around 5,000 of these geological phenomena in an active state. Some of them are even more than 2,600 meters under the sea. However, the technology for the study of these wonderful natural manifestations was developed a few decades ago. Before explaining what submarine volcanoes are, you need to know that tectonic plates tend to move and create cracks in the surface of the land or sea. When this happens in the oceans, they usually create these natural phenomena called volcanoes. In short, they're the result of earthquakes. They expel lava, water vapor, and rocks. The last ones can even get flying to the surface. However, those who are at greater depths usually reduce the power of their explosions by the high pressures. In the best of cases, they just don't explode. With the help of the ship Ramon Margalef in 2011, volcanoes under the water of El Hierro were mapped. In addition, physical, chemical, biological, and geological studies of the submarine volcano were carried out, all as a scientific campaign of the Volcano Project. Its main objective is to analyze and evaluate how the Kavashi volcano affects the ecosystem. It also studies the evolution of marine life around it and the recovery of properties. However, they're thinking of expanding their studies to other areas of underwater volcanic activity. The next video was captured when the volcano wasn't erupting, which is very strange since it's always in permanent expulsion of lava and toxic gases. The camera was introduced into the ocean mainly to see the volcano from a close-up view. This goes into a cave, but the water is acid, hot, and very hostile. However, you can see the fauna, which is an amazing fact since they usually don't inhabit these areas. After an hour of being submerged and having traveled a cavern more than 44 meters deep, the scientists took the camera back to the surface. They were eager to see the wonders it had captured. However, they didn't expect to see how a stingray swung through the area. Some members of the team even believed this one lived there. But the most amazing part was to see a hammerhead shark. This is the most important discovery in the study. What do these animals do when the volcano erupts? Can they withstand the high temperatures? Do they know when this volcano is going to explode? Finding big animals living in the crater of a volcano changes everything that was previously known about the Kavashi volcano. However, this motivates them to do more analysis. Number 2. Monster in a volcano. In the south of Chile, in a region called Los Lagos, there's an active volcano called Calbuco. It's part of the volcanoes forming the Andes mountain range, reaching 2,003 meters above sea level. Its beautiful silhouette is visible from the region of Osorno or Chiloé. This is a fundamental of the country's national reserve. 30 kilometers away, we find populated areas, although some high territories tend to protect communities. However, the government considers it dangerous for people to live so close to an active volcano. The images you'll see next were captured in April of 2015, when it erupted for the last time. As you can see, a thick gray cloud of smoke comes out from the crater, and the light color gives us a sign of its activity. When it takes darker colors, it means its activity has stopped, unlike this time. However, what draws our attention has nothing to do with these gases or with any expulsion of lava. The reason why this video is in the second position of our top 5 is because of a small being that is over the crater. Its body has a humanoid trait, but it's not a person. Since its skin is gray like smoke and it's thin like a skeleton, it even looks like an alien being, like those who star in science fiction movies. The images became popular on the internet because of a person who lives near the Calbuco volcano. The veracity of what's shown there is up to you, although you can't deny how real it seems. However, that doesn't explain what a person from a different world will be doing next to such a dangerous place. Could it have been the reason why the volcano got activated? What do you think? Number 1. Extraterrestrial base. In the territorial limits of the states of Colima and Jalisco in Mexico is the fire volcano, called this way to differentiate it from its brother, the snowy volcano. Its altitude is 3,960 meters above the sea level. However, due to the continuous volcanic activities it has been having lately, it's impossible to determine with accuracy the current altitude. From 2013 to the present, there have been more than 6 explosions. 3 of them took place in the same year. The scientific community has worries about all of this, and they've tried to give sense of it. So, they have implemented all kinds of studies to try to understand the nature of these disasters. In addition to the usual expeditions, they've placed cameras in the areas surrounding the volcano to document a possible explosion. However, what the cameras have captured so far little had to do with volcanic activity, although in a way, it could provide a logical meaning to what is happening there. As you can see, the crater of the volcano of fire is on the front page. It seems nothing is happening, but suddenly a body flies through the air. Its figure is cylindrical and elongated. It's completely orange and it flies at high speeds. The UFO experts think it's an alien ship, especially because a few years ago, it was possible to capture a similar body entering the volcano when it made its last explosion in 2015. Do you think this is true? Could there be an alien base inside this volcano? Alright, Top 5ers, if you haven't already, make sure to visit our other channel, The Brilliant, for even more interesting list videos that'll blow your mind. But I'm warning you, the videos over on The Brilliant are extremely addicting to watch as well. There'll be a link in the description to the channel, so make sure to come and visit us. Or you can go to our latest video popping up on screen right now. Oh, and have you visited TheFinestPost.com to enjoy the most amazing articles you'll ever get to read? If not,